Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope you all feel good. And we're about to start in another 1 or 2 minutes. So I just would like to do some sound checking. So just let me know, please, if you hear me and if you can see my screen. All right. Great. Thank you, Omar. Okay. So I will be back with you in another 1 minute. All right. Thank you. Okay, so hi again, and welcome to our trading room in the 5ers, our daily trading room. Today it's Monday, so it's the beginning of the week. I am Snir, and I will broadcast this trading room. And usually, as we do every Monday, we will take some time to analyze few pairs for the upcoming days. And of course, we will discuss also if we found any opportunity for the short intraday terms. If we find any opportunity, we will probably open position, at least me. You can join me if you want, and of course, only if you want. But just to remind you, last Thursday I broadcast an open live trading room that was open for the public, not only for the 5ers traders. And I discussed more about supply demand levels and explain in more depth about this method, how supply and demand created, who create the supply and demand, what happened behind the scene that caused these unfilled orders to create the supply and demand levels, and eventually how it looks visually on the chart, how we define supply and demand, and also how can we trade supply and demand. Of course, it's only a bit from this whole method, and it's important to understand that supply and demand, it's a way to read and understand the price very deeply. And there is no only, it's not that there is only one strategy or one way to trade supply and demand. There are many ways to trade supply and demand. And but again, supply demand will give you a very good explanation of the price movement and how to get inside position, where to get inside the position, where to set the stop loss, and on and on. So before we start, I would like to remind you all that we just, a few weeks ago, we just launched our new trading idea area, and you can get inside through your dashboard, share your idea, you can attach a picture, you can get comment from us also, from the 5ers team, and you can leave a comment for other traders. It's really nice, and it's a good community for the traders in the 5ers. At least for now, we're getting very good feedbacks for the trading idea area. So use it if you want, of course. All right. So before we start, just to remind you, you are more than welcome, of course, to participate. I will be more than happy if you have any questions. You're more than welcome to ask. And if you have any other pairs that you prefer to analyze together, just write it down on the chat box and we'll go through this. And by the way, if you have any questions regarding supply demand also, just leave it on the chat box. I'll try to answer all your questions. So let's start. Let's start with the Kiwi against the dollar, since we already have it on the chart. So let's give it a shot. I'll start with the highly time frame, and then we can roll down to the lower time frames. I'm not sure that we will find any new on the higher time frame. I think we discussed the Kiwi against the dollar, the New Zealand against the dollar last time and the time before also. And as you can see on the daily chart, the price is kind of ranging, and there is some kind of a triangle pattern here, as you can see and imagine it. I won't delay on this because I don't really trade these patterns, and I don't find any logic for this. But for those who want to take a side of this and to get a clue about this pattern, I think there is kind of a triangle pattern, something like this. Maybe we have this line at the top and this approximately. We do have something here. Okay, as you can see, the price start to move on a very tight range that became more and more tight. So that's the situation now. And so for the daily chart, to be honest, I don't see any very good opportunity to trade this pair at the moment. And I'll take it for the lower time frame, which is the 4H time frame. Let's zoom out a bit, and my conclusion will be the same if I just take a look on the below and on the left, at the bottom and on the, I don't really see any clear demand all the way that I willing to buy at the first time of the at the first touch of the price. I'll go directly to the lower time frame, which is, at this case, this is the 15-minute chart. And at least from what I see now here below, if I think there is kind of a quasi-model level that the price left behind. You can see the downtrend. This is one low, this is the high, then lower low, and then very fast and aggressively the price created higher high. That was the last high of this downtrend, and here we have a higher high. It was much more ideal if the price at this level, at these times, would continue all the way down to this quasi-model level and then buy here. But after that, it doesn't happen, and the price created another new high. And if the price will turn back to this level now, it will be bearish. I hope you understand the difference, because if the price would return to this level from here, so just try to imagine this scenario, then the price will get to this level, but the price would be in a bullish momentum, because we have this low, this high, which is higher than this one, and after created the new high, just turn back as a technical correction to this level. But the situation now is different. The price created this high and this low and another new high. So in order to reach this level now, the price should get and need to get back inside the bearish zone. In order to reach that level now, the price need to break out the last low. And that's what defined if the price bullish or bearish. If the price will break out the last low, it will be bearish. At least from this moment, from this time, for today. So anyway, I think it should take, I would take the risk at this level below only if I was a scalper, intraday trader, short term, very maybe here even. Okay, I would take the risk here, but very careful, and I would roll my stop loss very fast. I do believe that we will get some reaction at this level if the price reach there. So that's for the Kiwi against the dollar. Yes, can we check the AUD USD in a moment? And okay, let's go for the AUD USD, the Aussie against the dollar. I think it's this one, yes. And all right, just to remind you, if you write something on the chat box, so at the bottom you have the field that you can choose who will see this message. So just click on the arrow that open the menu and choose all panelists and attendees that everyone will see the message and can be part of this discussion. All right. Okay. Around the 0.773 might be a good entry. Okay, let's check it out. Uh, First, 0.77. I'm not sure what do you mean can be a good better. 0.773. Yep, that's definitely looks like a demand, at least from this 1H time frame. That's correct, Bruno. And here is the demand, the few small candles that create something that look like a cube, okay? And the price ran away from that level and then created a new high above this one. Now, if the price will easily take all the way down and do this technical correction, we definitely can consider to buy here on the first touch of the price as a continuation level, at least from the picture we have now. So I would like to start with the daily chart also, then roll down to the 4H time frame. This is the 4H time frame, and we are in a resistance level. It's not supply, you can see what's going on. And I do believe the price tends to reach approximately the top levels here. Okay, well, I just put a line about this area. So I think to look for a continuation by position, it's a good idea for now, and we have definitely the next available demand seems like this one below, at least from this 1H time frame. I would like to check it on the 15 minutes. I will still take this level, still look a good level. Um Not perfect, but since the price is bullish on this swing long-term time frames, as you can see here, and in the 1H time frame, since the price is bullish, I will take the risk here. Uh, I always prefer to be with the momentum and with the power. So here I think we can definitely buy on the first touch of the price. And of course, the stop loss can be just a bit below this demand area. Okay. And the target can be somewhere here, the highest level, as we can see here from the left. All right. I would like to see it because on the daily chart, we don't have any indication from the left. I think also on the weekly chart, I do believe the price can get higher levels somewhere here, but that's far for now. I would definitely be happy with this if I was a swing or maybe intraday trader and risk this. You can see the difference between the risk and the potential of this position. Okay, so that's for the AUD against the dollar, the Aussie against the dollar. I'll take the pound against the yen. Okay, let's bring it to the chart. Okay, that's the pound against the yen. And You can see the price really had a nice rally lately in this 4H time frame. I would like to see what we do have from the left here on this daily chart. You can see what's going on here. We are about in this area. I do believe that somewhere here above, probably we will find some supply if we just roll down to the 4H time frame, maybe 1H. I'll try to get there in the 4H time frame. Well, we don't have it, but I'm really curious about this situation. I'll try to find it on TradingView and then I'll show it to you. It will take a few seconds. All right, so 1 minute. This is the 4H. I'll just need to take a new share. I think you should see it now. Okay, let me know if you see the pound against the yen on the TradingView platform. Is that what you see now in your screen? Yes, excellent, great, thank you very much. Okay, so this is where we are now. This is where we want to get zoom in order to understand exactly what we do have here on the left. And it's a bit hard to decide by this chart, but I think I would take the risk somewhere here at the very top. I do believe that we do have some supply hiding here in this one candle in the 4H time frame, and I'm ready to risk this level when the price get there. For now, we are still almost 100 pips, 80 pips from that level. So we can wait. I'd like to see it. Maybe we have it in 1H time frame. Let's see. Well, I think this is it. Here it is. It's important to try to get, and this is the 1H time frame, and as you can see, it's changed all our conclusion until now, because in 1H time frame, it doesn't seem like a perfect supply. You can see that there are few candles and the price moved down easily and safety. Not, I wouldn't say compressions, but also not aggressively and fast. You can see the difference here, how this price turn and just jump away from that level. And you can see how is that happen. So on the daily chart in the 4H time frame, it seems like there is a supply level here, but when you roll down to the 1H time frame, this is not the level that I would say the price dropped down from that level aggressively and fast. So I'm taking my words back, but it is a difficult level for the price. I do believe the price will hold at this level when the price reach this level. So what I would do, I'll let the price get there and I will follow the price on the lower time frame, and I'll still look for a good reason to sell. Only if I find something on the 5 minute, 15 minutes, if I'll see that the price creates a new fresh supply after the price touch there, a new fresh supply on the 5 or 15 minute chart, something that reflect for the short, the lower time frame, then I would consider to sell there, but not on the first touch, according to just to what we saw on the 1H time frame on the left. So that's for the pound yen in the low, in the higher time frame. So the price still bullish. This is the daily. I'm going back to the daily chart, 1H time frame. As you can see, I do believe that the price The next conclusion will be that I think the price on his way to reach this level. Okay, so 1H time frame. By this conclusion, I would prefer to look for any reason to buy as a continuation position. So I think this demand can be a good opportunity for a buy position on the first touch of the price. That's how it looks in this 15-minute chart. Not a perfect, but since we are with the momentum, I would take the risk there. To be more precise here, you see these few small candles. I think if the price reached there on the first time, at the first touch of the price, I will consider to buy here, and hopefully this bullish momentum will continue all the way up to the target we just marked above. If the price will break down this level, then we have two scenarios. One, if that happened, then we will probably see the price go all the way down to the next available critical level, which is somewhere here. That's one conclusion. So if the price will break down this level here, will and trigger the stop loss, let's take for example, then we can look for a good reason to sell in order to continue all the way down to this level. Because if we understand the price movement, so if the price break out this demand, then most likely the price tends to reach the next available demand. And at this situation, it's only here. So we will have this buffer, and we can try to look for a sell position by understanding that the price maybe, with high chance, not maybe, on his way there to this level at the bottom. And here at the bottom, I will try to buy again as a continuation level for the higher time frame. You can see here now this level. For the 4H time frame, it will definitely can be look as a continuation level here in order to reach the next target that we just marked above. So here and here, that's the next available demand. I will try to buy on the first touch of the price to continue all the way up. Okay, so that's for the pound against the yen. This is the 5-minute chart. I don't think we will have a different conclusion. We just saw it, and it's the same situation. You think the pound against the dollar is clearer? Let's take a look. I'll stay with this one, but I'm not sure. I just think, let's take a look. Let's take a look with the higher time frame. And I think there is a reason. There is two line here, the price holding. And the reason is a supply from the past. I think I just marked these levels on the trading room on from Thursday, last Thursday, a few days ago. Let's take a look. This is the 4H time frame. All right, so here it is. And let's see if we have a good reason for this line that I just left there. I think so. You see these two small candles, and then the price dropped. And for those who been with us in last Thursday, you probably remember, that's the reason we marked these two levels. Okay, so here it is, as you can see. And the drop down, at least from what we can see from this 4H time frame, if the price will break out this level, we probably will see the price all the way to the next available supply. That's probably somewhere here. And okay, now let's go back to these times, and you can see exactly why the price holding at this level. Okay, that's the reason. The reason here, it's part of the reason at least, is the supply we saw on the left. But there is one thing that we need to take in consideration is that the price back to this level now after long time. And at the moment, the price is bullish. We do have supply on the left, but the price is bullish. So it's not the perfect setup, but maybe it was to take the risk there. At least we can understand what we're doing. So that's the reason you're seeing what you get in here now. Okay, this delay, this technical correction or whatever you call it. There is a reason for any movement of the price in this market. Okay, it's not only by the pips, but you can see it's this area that holding unfilled orders that you can see from the left, and that the reaction now. At least this part of the reason. So that's the pound against the dollar in this time frame. And I think that the price, someone asked about the pound against the dollar. Do you think if the price can go until 1.4? Yeah, definitely. Well, the upper level here that we just marked, it's approximately 1.4. If you want to take a, let's do a test together and see also in this pound against the dollar, how these levels from the left look on the 1H time frame as we just saw in the pound against the yen. So let's take a look. It will take us a few minutes, not minutes, but let's take a look. I hope we have all this history here. Getting close. Here we are. So in the 1H time frame, we can get a better and clear picture for this situation now. And let's try to be more precise, okay? I think the first level I would take the risk is here. Now we have a better picture. Okay, it's somewhere here. And I don't think we need to risk more than this. A few pips above this line, maybe. Only few pips. The next available level, if the price will break out this level, it's somewhere here. And that's what I would risk. Again, stop loss, few pips above. So here we have the first level. This is the second level. And as you can see here, for this who asked about the 1.4, yes, Paulo, in order to reach this 1.4, the price need to break out this two supply. I'm not saying it cannot happen, but there is two walls on the way. And even if it happened, I think it will take time and the price will need a lot of power to break out these two levels, but it definitely can happen. For your question, I would take in action at this level. If I would in buy position, I would roll my stop loss to the next available level I can. And also here, I would take in action. But if the price will break out this level also, then it won't get only to 1.4, but it will get probably to the next available supply here. Okay, you can see it very clear on this 1H time frame. So after we just mark up the next, mark all this level above, you can see now we are on the first level. You can see the reason why the price delay here and getting a hard time to break out this level. It won't surprise me. I won't be surprised if we will see a more dramatic technical correction all the way down to this demand maybe, or this. The next one is this one. So also here we can consider selling on the first touch of the price. But keep in your mind that even if you sell here for the beginning, at least, you are only on the technical correction for the major movement and the power. Okay, breaking out this level will probably take us all the way up here. So when you understand this level, you have many things you can do. First, it's what we just talked about, selling here and here, maybe also here. Also, if we will see a significant breakout of this level, let's something like this, then we can try to look for another reason to buy, because we understanding that most likely we will see the price tends to reach all the way up. We understand what is the destination of the price. Of course, nothing for sure, but at least we have a good reason and good vision to understand it. Okay, so that's for the pound against the dollar for now. And the next one we can analyze together now. It will be the US dollar against the Japanese yen. And someone just asked, and all right. So last session we were looking for buy on US dollar yen. Oh, I do remember this. I don't think it's valid anymore. We just missed it. I think I missed this position. Let's take a look. Let's go back to the platform. Okay, and let's go back to the platform, and I just need to change the, all right. So now you are back to the MT4 platform, I believe. And let's take a look on the dollar against the yen. I did, if you remember, I did had a buy limit order somewhere here, a few pips, maybe 2 pips below that week. I was intent to buy somewhere here, as you can see, but you see, we missed it. The price not always accurate by the pips, but that can happen. We can miss good opportunities sometimes. And I think we discussed this situation. We had a very, very clear and perfect setup. This is the Quasimodo pattern. The price go all the way down with this up, with this downtrend here, and then suddenly created a new high that higher the last one. Here we have the Quasimodo level, which is approximately the left shoulder of this downtrend. And we also have demand, as you can see on this 15-minute chart. We have this jump. The price really run away from that level. So we have a perfect setup. The third reason that we have a perfect setup, you can see how the price moved down and then up and then easily, and that's define a powerless movement. As you can see, again, I would expect the price to go a bit lower here, just with a few pips, as you can see, and then buy. It didn't happen, and we missed this opportunity, but at least you can see and understand how it works. Okay, you can see that the first target of the price can be here, not because I see it now, because when the price starts to rise up, we have this level, but this is a resistance. The original supply was here. This is the first touch. So at the next time the price touches after we are in this position, hopefully, we can definitely believe that we have a good chance to break out this level. The next available critical level is somewhere here. And you can see what happened in this area. And continue all the way up. If you just roll your stop loss every time below the last low, which this one, and after the price created this movement, here is the last low somewhere here, which is perfect. And after the price broke out this level and create this one, you can set the stop loss somewhere here. And after a while, we can set the stop loss by relying on the lower time frame to get it more and more tight, because I believe that the price now on its way to this level approximately. So if you have patience and you can see how it works only by understanding what we do have from the left and what the price doing now. Okay, thanks for reminding me. It was a great position, a great opportunity that we just missed. But that's happened. Opportunities always have. Okay, so the next one is US dollar against the Canadian, the Aussie. Let's take a look. That's the daily chart. I just need to change the window. 1 second. So, okay. All right, so here it is. The US dollar against the Canadian. This is the daily chart. Okay. And again, I don't think we will find any great opportunity. Let's take a look on the 4H time frame. Here on the left, you can see by the 4H candles, I don't see any. It doesn't look like a great demand. You can see how the price ran away from that level. You can see how supply looks. And if we roll down to the 1H time frame, we'll probably get to the same conclusion. Okay. We'll check the pound against the Canadian soon, Richard. All right, so that's how it looks on this 1H time frame here from the left. Not a clear picture of demand that I would take the risk there. So back to the daily chart and see what we have below this. Sorry. In order to see what we have below this, I'll go to the weekly chart even. Also here, I think the price on its way to reach lower levels, maybe here. If I would trade this pair as it looks now, I would look for only for intraday short-term position, maybe. And as it seems in this 15-minute chart, in even for the lower time frame, we do have things like it seems like we have a clear downtrend, but I don't find any great reason to sell at the moment. Maybe here above, which is about 100 pips from where we are now. So 5-minute chart, here it is. I can only suggest that if the price will break out the last high, at least this one, if we will see something like this, then we can take in consideration that we might see the price continue all the way up to this supply maybe, or this one. So you should know what to do with this conclusion. Look for a good demand that's created by this 5 or 15-minute charts. Let the price retrace and buy on the first touch. But for now, we don't have this pattern yet. Okay, so that's for the US dollar against the Canadian. Pound against the loonie, the Canadian. Let's bring it to the chart. Here is the pound against the Canadian. And start with the daily chart. You see how it looks? We have nothing here from the left. It's all wicks of its resistance level, which start here and last all the way here. And here below, I don't see any demand level, at least not in this time frame, the daily time frame. So this is the 4H time frame. And in the 4H time frame, we might start to see something that looks like demand here. Let's go lower. Okay, so in 15-minute chart, you definitely see we have a demand level here. I would take the risk, buy on the first touch. I would risk all this level, which is a lot, but you should manage your risk and open the position size according to this level. You can, there is many way to act here. You can risk only this level, and then if it triggers stop loss, let the price get a bit lower and buy again and risk only this. If I was a swing or long-term traders, I would just take risk all this level and see and set the stop loss just below this level. There is another option. If the price reach that level, let the price dig a bit inside this level and see if there is any setup by the lower time frame, or but by this time frame, maybe 5 minutes or 15 minutes, that give you a signal to buy something like new demand. Here we can see this demand, that this is, I would say, the first touch, or maybe here that still hold. This demand didn't broke out yet, and that was the reaction few times from this level, successful reaction. After all, the price succeed to break out this demand, or maybe not. I need to check it in this 30-minute chart, and here we have all the picture we need. So to be honest, the price still didn't broke out this small demand that we just saw on the left in the 15-minute chart. So one thing I can also suggest is, if the price will break out this level, this area, and again, when I'm saying breakout, I don't mean something like this, okay? I mean something that will be very significant and clear, not by pips or two, something like this, at least. And then we can look, because if the price reach that level, you can see from the left here, there is nothing. It's all compression, nothing that really can hold the price and turn back to price to be bullish. And we will probably see the price go all the way down to this support that was previously demand, and also probably with a high chance all the way down to this demand that will probably will attract the price to reach. So breaking out this level, and if we find some new fresh supply on this 15-minute, 5-minute chart, just a bit above, let the price retrace and sell on the first touch, and hopefully continue all the way down. That's great. Breaking out this level can create great sell opportunity. We just need to find the good momentum, the good timing for it. The new supply that the price created while breaking out this level, let the price retrace and sell on the first touch. Okay, of course, here below we can open a buy position. It's very clear. It's a good demand, and in the 4H time frame, I would take the risk there. I would be more happy if I would see that the price came back from a new high, but this is not new high. It's the same as the last high here, which is kind of an evidence that maybe the buyer here start to lose power a bit. But still, I would take the risk here. Maybe I would be more careful and roll my stop loss on the first opportunity. But it's definitely a demand level. Okay, so this is the pound against the Canadian, and someone just asked about the you are freshly in a short position about the pound against the Canadian. Wish you all successful. I cannot say if it's a good or not. I mean, I don't know exactly what's the reason you decided to sell. To be honest, here above, if I were a scalper or short-term trader, there is a good reason to sell, because the price created this high and this low, a new high, and then lower low. It's kind of Quasimodo here above. We can see it better probably in this 5H time frame. And I guess somewhere here in the 1-minute chart, we will find a good supply for this position. Anyway, if you are in a sell position, when the price reach that level here or a bit below here, which is a level that I believe we will get some reaction from that level, I would roll my stop loss, at least for now, above this level. But again, it depends what is your target. Are you a long-term trader or swinger? But even if I was a swinger, I would set my stop loss here. Because if the price will go all the way up now and break out this level, we will probably see the price continue to higher levels. So Okay, let's go for the pound against the Aussie. I think we discussed this, or maybe I'm not sure. Let's check. We discussed all the pound pairs today. That's the pound against the Aussie daily chart. You can see what's going on here. Seems, at least from this daily chart, it seems here a kind of reaction for this supply from the left here. For each time frame, you can see this supply still hold here. And to be honest, the price created, it seems like the price created here a new supply, but since it's at the same level as the previous supply here, I'm not sure if it's good enough for sale on the first touch. And 1H time frame, this demand here already checked here and here, and below this one I don't have the clear picture that I'm usually looking for. That's, I can only see by the price. You see all this up movement, this uptrend, I can only see by the price that if the price will break out this area, you can see, then below this, take a look on the left, and there is no critical level that seems holding huge amount of unfilled orders. Maybe here we will see some delay, but I guess the price, if we just follow this price on the left all the way to the next critical level and maybe here. So first, I don't think I would touch this pair now, but I will definitely follow this. If that level will be breaking out by the price here, we will probably see the price go all the way down, and there is 250 pips approximately of potential. We just need to find the good reason to sell, of course. So that's the only thing I can see for now for the pound against the AUD. As you can see, many of the pound pairs have the similar situation. The next one I'll take, it's the, as someone just asked, the US dollar against the Swiss. I think it will be the last one. There it is. Here it is. And that's the US dollar against the Swiss. Okay. And let's start from the higher time frame. Do have reaction here. I think it's probably a supply from the left. Okay, let's take a closer look here. Well, almost, I don't know. The price didn't really reach the exact level I believe the price should reach. Let's take a look, because the highest level the price is this one. I want to roll back to the left, which is somewhere here. Probably there is some supplies hiding here between these two candles. You can see the wicks also. So probably in 5 minutes or 15-minute chart, we will get something that look like supply here, and you can see all the way down. So above this one, by the way, let's go and follow the price. There is nothing here. It's not exactly supply. It's part of these resistance levels, and nothing all the way up to here. But for now, it's not relevant because the price here. And to be honest, I don't see any good reason to buy, but maybe we will find good reason to sell, maybe here or here. I'll go to the 15-minute chart. We've already been at this level. I will mark one line here and one here, and I will try to get there in 5-minute chart. And this is how it looks. So this is the first level. This is the second level. It won't surprise me if the price will get some reaction from this small supply here. But I would take an action here and here as a sell position on the first touch of the price, if the price, of course, turn back to this level, here or here, and try to take the final destination somewhere here below this support probably, or maybe the very bottom here. That's for the US dollar against the Swiss. I don't see any other reason for buy or sell position now. Okay, you can see the week just started. So let's let the price to create new supply and new demands, and see by the next few days if the price will create new levels, a new opportunity. But for now, we also saw had some few good opportunities. I think I'm in this, yes, I'm in this sell position, as you can see, on this pound against the dollar, just according to the what we saw on the 4H and 1H time frame when we just saw it on the trading view. I don't think I will hold this position for a long time. I mean, if the price won't break out this level and will create a new low and continue its downtrend, if the price will go a bit above these levels, I think I will close it by a small loss. And that's all. So thank you for joining us for today, and I hope you enjoy this trading room. And thank you for participating, and keep practice on the supply and demand method. All right, see you the next time tomorrow. Bye bye, and wish you all a successful trading week.